Good morning, I'm Debbie Roy from Derry Community Television. Today we're going to be talking about the Greater Derry Humane Society. They took a short break, but now they're back, so we're going to be talking about the mission and what they're all about. My guests today are Marty and Paula Dunleavy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I know you guys have been working really hard on this and that you're excited to be offering, you're going to be opening up for real in the next month or two. So you want to tell me a little bit about what is the Greater Derry Humane Society? What is the purpose of this Humane Society?
The Greater Derry Humane Society is a 501 charity here to help the animals and help the people to take care of the animals. We offer canine training, pet therapy, educational outreach to our community, especially to our children. Without going into detail of everything we offer, basically we help the dogs that are abandoned or the cats that are abandoned. People will call and say, they'll tell their story and they say, I can no longer do this. Maybe they're moving, maybe the dog has just gotten too much for them to care for, and that's when we step in and we try and help.
Yeah, and so what region do you serve? What towns, what area do you guys serve?
Greater Derry, we don't just limit it to Derry because a lot of these rescued animals come from the south. I mean,
a lot of dogs down south, yeah.
Down south, Puerto Rico, we've gotten several dogs from them. So there's really not a limit of us rescuing and helping these dogs. It's not narrowed in. We're just based out of Greater Derry.
Greater Derry, I believe, is Londonderry and Chester and Windham and Hampstead. Yeah. Atkinson, probably.
Now, Humane Societies, those are regional, like each region seems to have their own that deals with mostly the pets that are in that area? Is
yes.
that how it works?
Not always, but yes.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so really, you deal with some pets from elsewhere, but really your main goal is pets in the area? Is that true, or is that not true, or is it whatever pet needs help?
That is our main goal, yes. We like to,
Okay.
Charity begins at home, and we know it's needed here.
Yeah, there's a lot of apartments and people here that maybe take on a pet and then can't afford it, or maybe they have to move. So you talked about dogs. What other kind of pets do you guys deal with?
Well, there are plenty of cats that are homeless in this area and all around the surrounding areas. So many so that we can't possibly take care of all the homeless cats. The animal control officer in Derry will no longer handle cats because there are just so many. So we do dogs, we do cats, we refer people that want to surrender a cat. We refer them to other agencies to help us out. We're always looking for volunteers to foster cats. Yeah. Small animals we will take and foster.
So small animals, birds, gerbils, guinea pigs?
Hamsters, guinea pigs, yeah, anything like that. Okay.
Now, because I know, like, stray dogs, yes, they're still stray dogs, but they don't have puppies like they used to in the old days. But cats, that's a different story. So you get litters of cats all the time, so you must have really busy seasons.
The spring is very busy for a lot of areas. The MSPCA in Methuen has tons of cats. Feline Friends, another organization that we partner with, has tons of cats.
Excellent organization.
Now, you said that the Derry animal control officer won't take the cats. So where do they go? If there's not someone like you, what happens to them?
They probably are put out the door and left behind.
So that's why you're so important. So you're here to help the animals that no one else can care for. So either they've been found, or give me a sense of where your animals come from. I know you mentioned that you get a few from down south or other countries. You get ones that are found, but do you get other pets?
The animal control officer, who many times will pick up an animal or a dog on the street, she will give us a call and we can go down and look at the animal and give it a temperament test, because we're all volunteer. We just can't take every dog. Yep. We have to make sure that it can go into somebody's home. So we get our dogs from there. Many times we get calls, as you said, for from people wanting to surrender the animal for all kinds of reasons. We again will give a temperament test to see if we can take that animal on. If we can't, we give references out for, we maintain up-to-date references for all the organizations surrounding us that could possibly help them.
Yeah. And do different organizations specialize in different populations of animals, or?
Oh yeah, some are breed specific. Some just want to spay and neuter or train. So there's all different kinds of organizations out there.
Yeah, some just take the older animals.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the animals that gets dropped off or forgotten about a lot.
Either owner dies, or
maybe just they want a younger dog.
Sad to say.
And they just leave him on his own. That's the older one,
yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13 years old.
And sometimes the medical costs for an older animal are higher,
yeah.
and they can't afford it.
All right.
Right.
So it sounds like you get a call either from the animal control officer or another agency, and they'll tell you what kind of pets you have, and you personally go and evaluate the pets to make sure that they're going to be a good fit for a foster home or an adoption
Yes.
home.
Yes.
You know, and if maybe the pet needs a little bit of work, do you work with some of the pets?
Oh, definitely. If we get a dog into foster home, we work with the foster homes every day, especially if they're new. We give support. We give all the supplies, and we give ongoing support to them. We help them train the animal. We help to solve any specific behavioral problems the animal has. So when the dog is out of foster, we hope he's a good canine citizen.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. So you get a call, you place the animal in a home, and then you work with the foster family to make the animal a good citizen,
Yes.
whether that's training or getting used to people or kids, and then you evaluate what kind of family would be best for him to be a permanent home?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And while this is happening, we're all the time hoping that somebody sees this animal in Pet Finder, in the spots where we advertise, which will be on Derry Cable TV this year. For the first time, we'll be doing that. And they contact us, and they're interested with the pet, so in the pet, and we set it up so that that person can meet the pet. Mm-hmm. And we explain everything, where the pet is now. We also make sure that that owner is the right owner for this pet. We're not going to send another pet out there to face the same obstacles that he or she faced before.
A good living home that's forever home.
A forever home. There are a lot of them out there, but some don't fit and some do fit.
Many times somebody loves the breed, but the breed isn't a good choice for their living conditions. And if you bring a husky into a little apartment, for example, because you love the breed, it doesn't always work out.
No, or a border collie, they need room to run, or you get a pit bull and you have young children.
There's a lot.
There's a lot besides just saying, I like the look of that dog.
Yeah.
You know, they have to do more research, and we try to help and educate people before they even go out and get a dog.
It sounds like there's a lot of education in this entire process, from evaluating the pet to evaluating the foster family to the final family, and working with them every step of the way.
Right, yeah, there is. And sometimes people aren't happy if they're not chosen, but we hope that we've made the choice for the animal, really.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have the best interest of the animal at heart, and that's really what you're all about.
Yes.
And I'm guessing why you're doing this.
Yes.
So how does someone get involved? If someone wanted to foster a pet, how do they do that? You know, how do they volunteer? How do you choose them? What kind of commitment is involved? Is there a financial commitment to them?
No.
Time?
What they do is they can simply call our Greater Derry Humane Society phone number, which is yes, I forget this all the time, 434-1512. I just gave the last part of it, but that's the New Hampshire number for Derry. And they also can just show up at one of our monthly meetings.
Okay.
And sometimes that actually works better because at the same time, they get to meet a lot of the other volunteers at that monthly meeting. And that gives he or she a pretty good example, flavor of what we're like, what we're about. There's a special breed of people called volunteers because they don't do it for selfish reasons. They do it to help. And they're sort of good people. I'm pleasantly surprised since I've been involved in this, just how many nice people are still out there, besides my wife.
Well, like I said, a lot of people have a passion, especially if it's a pet or someone who can't take care of themselves.
Yes.
And then most people have a big heart and really do want to help out. So, and you said you're a nonprofit, so you pay for the food, you pay for the evaluations, you pay for the training. So really you just need someone to come in to learn about how to take care of the pets, whether it's a foster home or a forever home.
Right.
So you talked about the meetings, and you're hoping to have a meeting, I think you said coming up sometime in June or July?
Most likely July.
Okay, and we'll announce when that meeting will come up. So what does someone learn at the meeting? Who's at the meeting? Who can go? What do you go over at the meetings?
Well, it varies really. We always have an agenda, and we're starting sort of new now, but as we roll along, there's always things to be talked about. The number of animals that were adopted, the number of animals that are still waiting to be adopted, any news in the judicial area. Every committee will give a report. We have committees for fundraising, we have committees for fostering, publicity. And these people could have a chance to join one of those committees or even head a committee and help us out that way. We go through the activities of the last month. We try to keep it light and have fun and not so serious.
It's important.
It is important because these people are donating their time just as we are, and we don't want it to be so strict that nobody's enjoying themselves.
Yep.
So I think if they come, they can get their questions answered.
So first and foremost, learn about who you are, what you do, who you serve, and then learn what kind of pets you have available, what kind would be the best home for them, what's the best fit, and then learn how they can be more involved.
Yes.
Yes, they can see what the opportunities that are available right now.
Well, let's talk about those. You know, what kind of volunteer opportunities you have. So far, we've talked about you can foster a pet. You can, it sounded like you can donate your time for helping marketing, helping with, what other things can people volunteer for? How can they help you?
There's pet therapy. That is when first you're trained in it, then you go to a hospital, let's say, or a nursing home, and that pet literally provides therapy to the elderly.
Yeah.
And that's been a very successful program for the Humane Society in the past.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you did that. And that's a huge growing need.
Yes.
Between hospitals and nursing homes and, yeah.
Absolutely.
We have done it, and it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
What a nice feeling.
Yeah, it is. They smile and they hug the dogs, and they're just so happy to see them.
Yeah.
And education. This is probably my favorite. It might be yours too, Paula. We go to different schools, mostly younger children, and we have materials with us. Sometimes we have pets with us. So it's sort of like a combination school class and a show and tell. We get a lot of questions from the younger ones. They're really good questions because they're asking us based on the dog that they already have. And we advise them. We tell them this is not absolutely 100% what to do, but we tell them to talk to your mom or dad and see if this would work for this animal, this pet. And then we advise if they like to have the training done, have your daddy call us.
So not only do you train the animals in your program, you actually offer classes to people's pets too?
We're not up to that yet, but we hope in the future.
That's
right in the beginning, if people adopt a dog from us, we will offer free training, basic training, and for our foster carers, we will give them free training with their foster dog.
Okay. Now, I think I remember in the past that there were special presentations too. Do you still do those? Maybe like a horse presentation? Are you planning on doing any special presentations coming up this year?
We love to do those, yeah. Those are so much fun with the kids. And for the people at the assisted living area too. That was a lot of fun.
And for me.
So,
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked, okay, so you can donate your time, you can learn how to become a foster parent, and then if someone wanted to donate, if you just accept financial donations since you're a nonprofit, and then you pay for the pet's food, you pay for the pet's training, you're covering everything. I didn't even know you did half of this stuff. So what other kind of donations do you accept?
we accept blankets, paper towels, supplies such as that. We always take food. Cat food, dog food, any kind of food. We'll make sure if we don't have, say, a bird in our under our responsibility now, we'll make sure it goes to a good other organization that needs food. So we'll take almost everything if people want to donate.
Do you take, like, if someone had a pet maybe that passed and they have their pet beds and their pet toys, would you take those sort of things too?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so send it on to someone who can really use it to another family?
Definitely.
And that is a very, very nice thing when a pet owner whose pet may have passed and they know they may be moving and not having another pet, they know that the stuff that they have bought and their dog loved can now serve somebody else, and that's sort of cool. It's like
Paying it forward.
Yeah, paying it forward. It's like what is it like? Sort of like being an organ donor on your license. Maybe
Well,
not
it's like
that.
it's like your dog lives on because you know that things that he loved and used are now going to go to someone else who can love and use them. And
Yeah.
It is a good feeling for them.
All right, so I think we've covered a lot here. We talked about training, we talked about your meetings, and mostly dogs and cats, but you do accept other kinds of animals too. If someone finds an animal or wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to get a hold of you? I know you gave me a phone number. Your phone number is 434-1512. You also have a website. People can learn more?
We do.
We have a website, and you can contact us through the website at contact@DerryHumaneSociety.com.
Okay.
The email is through there.
Okay, so email is contact@DerryHumaneSociety.com, and your website is DerryHumaneSociety.com, and there you'll be offering updated information since you're still finalizing everything. So when the next meeting will be, how you can get involved, anything that
Special events, if we are developing like a dog adoption day or a pet adoption day, that will be on our calendar. And we will let you know if we're looking for people to come and stand at a table and give out information, or to bring their own dogs or cats or whatever.
Okay. Now, I just want to be clear, you don't have a physical location, so really you're relying on foster homes and people to adopt your pets, and once you get the calls, and I'm sure they'll come flooding in, and once you open that phone line, you're really
Yes.
asking for volunteers to help you out. And it
Yes.
sounds like you guys do a lot of great, wonderful things.
Thank you.
It's enjoyable.
Is there anything that I missed that you'd like to add?
Did we say the farmers market's coming up?
Nope. What about the farmers market?
What about it? We will have a booth there starting June 18th. Polly, you want to discuss what we're going to have at that booth?
Well, the plans are under consideration now, but I am planning on making little stars and stripes bandanas and little bow ties to be sold there, and dog treats and maybe cat treats, tote bags, maybe t-shirts, a few things. Always educational information will be given out, and answering questions the best we can.
So it sounds like another volunteer opportunity. If someone helps you want to make some of those things, and then all the proceeds again go back into this nonprofit to help the animals.
Right, it just
Yes. And
cycles.
If they want to talk about possibility or about being a volunteer, we would love to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll have a sign-up sheet, I believe, there too.
Yes, for us to contact them, and we'll be giving them information how to contact us. It's called a soft opening because it's not like, bam, here we are. And we do that because we aren't there all the way. We're
No.
not. We're slowly getting our feet wet again, and we're slowly picking up where we stopped.
You're
like
rebuilding.
We're rebuilding, yeah. And we're almost there, but we still have a ways to go.
And you could use a little bit of help, a little helping hand to
Good.
get you there.
Yes, yes.
So-
And the money doesn't hurt for the...
Well, vets are expensive.
Yes.
And when we find a dog or have a dog surrendered to us, we make sure that the dog is spayed or neutered, is up to date on all his shots. If there's any medical issues, especially dental issues with the little dogs, we take care of all of that, and that's expensive.
Yeah.
Yes, but area veterinarians they work with us to try and keep the prices down, knowing that we're a nonprofit, and for the most part, that works pretty good.
Or having a contract of some sort with them. Still
Yes.
expensive though.
Yeah, but it
Well,
could be
as
worse.
anyone who has a pet at home knows how expensive it can be. That it adds up. By the time you're buying the toys, you're buying the food, you're buying all the things that your pet needs, that it can add up. So you multiply that times all the pets that need help, that don't have a family, then you can see where you're going to need some volunteers and some help, people to help you out, especially for
Yes.
such a good cause. You know, you do such great things. Thank you for being with me.
May I read our mission statement?
Yes,
right before
please
we
do.
go? Okay. This is the new mission statement that goes along with our new group. The objective of the society is to promote the humane care and treatment of all the animals needing protection in the area served by the society. We work to reduce the suffering of animals through education, rescue, and empowerment and support to basically like rescue groups like us. And that's what we want to provide, Derry.
Okay. Anything else?
Just excited to meet all the people that would like to volunteer with us.
So a great start is to find you at the farmers market.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Learn about the next meeting and just get involved.
Yes, just get involved.
Information also will be on the ads in Derry cable television.
Yeah, we'll do a regular series with you guys and some shows about the pets you have, the services you're offering, and also cover your meetings.
Yes.
Marty will be doing that. But no, it's a great way. It's just staying informed and educated and learning how you can give back.
Yes.
Okay. Been talking with Paula and Marty, who are restarting the Derry Humane Society, or the Greater Derry Humane Society. They do some great things with training. They're looking for some volunteers and some help to get it started. So if you'd like to learn more, visit their website at derryhumanesociety.com or visit them at the farmers market. They would love to hear from you, to get involved. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank
You're
you.
watching Derry Community Television.